We're back. Life for life, health check and chat. So you asked how to get started with intermittent fasting. You were thinking, this may be great for me. Let's talk about it. I'm going to share my screen. Mm, mm, mm. Share my screen, share my screen. So here we are with Dr. Jason Fung, my favorite doctor. He's going to break it down on how you can get started today. Let's talk about it.
I'm going to talk about how to use intermittent fasting for type 2 diabetes, and we're going to go through it step by step. And it's coming right up. When you think about type 2 diabetes, the first thing to understand is what it is. Essentially, type 2 diabetes is a diet too much sugar. So if you have a car and you want to fill up on gas, so you fill up on gas 3 times a day, gas provides energy for the car, just like sugar provides energy for our bodies. So you're filling up your car, you fill it up, and now your gas tank is full. Well, you can't store anymore, but you keep pumping gas into the car anyway. Now that gas is going to overflow into the back seat. It's going to make you sick. Well, what are you going to do? Well, the first thing you're going to do is stop going to the gas station. The second thing, some of that gas. And it's no different for our body. Once we have too much sugar, it's just all our energy compartments, storage compartments are completely full. We can't store anymore. So if you don't eat fasting, then you're going to allow your body some time to burn down those excess stores of sugar, just like driving that car around. So it's really no different than that. And as you start fasting, your body's going to use up some of the sugar. As you use up some of the sugar, you're going to lose weight, and that diabetes can actually go away. Does this actually work? Well, it really is inevitable for type 2 diabetes that this is going to work, because once you understand that your body has too much energy, not too little energy, and remember, calories are a form of food energy, then you're just letting your body naturally use it up. That's precisely the reason you have those storage compartments of energy, because it's there when you have no food coming in, then your body can provide the energy it needs. So let your body use it for what it's there.
Guys, I am so excited. It's inevitable that this works. When you fast, because we do overeat and life does what it does, and lack of being close to the Holy Spirit, lack of having any type of spiritual path, we don't have a place to take our stress, we don't have a place to take our pain. We eat, food becomes a relief from life. And that sugar from all that food builds up and it overflows in our body and harms us. Intermittent fasting gives your body a break and allows the body to process the sugar that you have just overly placed inside of you, which is basically the cause of diabetes. Listen to this man, please, please, please.
4. Even back in 1916, Dr. Elliot Jocelyn, one of history's greatest diabetologists, said that it's almost inevitable that it's going to work. He had such great experience with fasting that he thought that it was inevitable that everybody would just accept that this was the preferred treatment. Then, of course, they didn't understand about type 1 versus type 2. And then when insulin got discovered, a lot of the dietary treatments got forgotten about. So let's take you through how to do fasting for type 2 diabetes step by step. The first step and the most important step is to talk to your doctor.
Talk to your
You have to
doctor.
remember that the medications that you're being prescribed, if you are on medications, depends on that specific diet that you're eating at that time. So if you change your diet or if you do fasting, the requirements for medications are going to change. So you must have somebody to monitor that of your doctor.
Guys, you do not want to start intermittent fasting without consulting your doctor, because some of you are way far off to just start this just winging it. You need to be on a medical monitoring plan with your fasting so that it will be effective and it won't hurt you more than you have already hurt yourself. If you do it incorrectly, it's not going to be effective. When I was in high school, I went on a vegetarian diet, and I thought that was helpful for me. I had no guidance. I just did it on my own. I just stopped eating meat. I became anemic. I lost a lot of weight. I was very unhealthy because there wasn't a proper way to become a vegetarian. There's proper ways and improper ways to do anything, even if it's in good intent. You can still hurt yourself. So contact your doctor first. Let them know that this is what you want to do, because they may talk you out of it because this is something they can't charge you for. Just let them know this is what you want to do. And if you have to seek another doctor, don't seek a DR, seek a DO. When the doctor name has a DO behind it, they're more holistic and they're more able to help you. Just wanted to put that out there.
Your blood sugars is extremely important because you want to avoid the sugars going too high if you adjust your medications and avoid them going too low, which is the hypoglycemia, and it's very dangerous. It can put you in danger if you find that you're shaking, if you're sweating. That's a sign that you might have very low sugar. So make sure you monitor your sugars. Something like a continuous glucose monitor is something that is very useful for monitoring closely the sugars.
Guys, glucose monitors is very, very important. They even have the glucose monitoring patches that I really like. I've been looking into it, so stay tuned. We may do a review on that, but I really, really want you to look into the glucose monitoring patches they have out here, because they're all day. They keep it on. You can keep it on your arm, your leg, and they monitor your sugar for you all day without you having to do so much with those devices. So this is modern technology working for us. We always complain about technology, it's just a hot mess, but now it's working for us. So let's look into it and we'll do that together.
Now, sometimes people think that, hey, if my sugars are going low, that's not a good thing. If you're on medications, well, then maybe you need to reduce those medications. Remember, when you're using your diet or fasting to lower your blood sugars and your sugars go low, that's what you're trying to do. But it means you're taking too much medication for the amount of food that you're using. The medication is a good thing. If you're taking less medication for your type 2 diabetes, it means your diabetes is getting better. So the medications, that is the most critical step, and after, make sure you're doing this safely. The second step is to cut out all the snacks and go back to a sort of traditional dietary pattern of 3 meals a day. And after dinner, you're not going to eat until the next day's breakfast. So if you finish dinner at 6 or 7 and you eat breakfast at 7 or 8, you're talking about 12 to 14 hours of fasting, and you should be doing that every single day. The third thing is to adjust the foods in your diet. So not just the fasting, but really cut down those foods that are going to be really bad for your type 2 diabetes. Type 2 diabetes is a disease where you have too much sugar. Glucose is a type of sugar. Carbohydrates are a type of sugar. So therefore, if you're going to get more energy from proteins and fats versus carbohydrates, well, that's going to be a little bit better. So try to cut down the sugary foods, try and cut down the refined carbohydrates, the bread and the rice and the pasta, for example, because you know that if you eat bread, your blood sugar is going to rise much higher than if you ate an egg. We know that from all those studies with the glycemic index. So try to stick with unrefined foods and try to stick to lower carbohydrate foods. The fourth step is to gradually increase your fasting period. Once you've adjusted the foods, now you can start to gradually lengthen out that fasting period. So you can go, instead of 12 to 14 hours, you can go maybe to 16 hours a day, an 8-hour eating window. This is called time-restricted eating. And what you're doing is simply allowing your body a bit more time to burn off that sugar. Just like that car, you're giving it more time to drive around. And at this step, you want to go back and make sure that you're doing step one, which is monitoring your sugars, talking to your doctor, adjusting those medications if you have it. So the next step is to, again, gradually push that higher. And you don't have to do it every day, but you may go to a 24-hour period of fasting, for example, once a week. And you might not do that every day. You might start with once a week and then gradually build it up to twice a week or 3 times a week. It's okay if you're feeling hungry, that's normal. But if you're getting a lot of low blood sugars, if you're just feeling very tired, if you can't get out of bed, that's not normal. Your body has an excess of energy, not too little energy, it has too much energy. So if you're feeling fatigued, well, that might be an indication of problems. And that's where you have to do it safely. But fasting is a great tool for the treatment of type 2 diabetes. A lot of people have been able to use it successfully to reverse their type 2 diabetes. As shown in this article from Reader's Digest, they talked to a number of people who were able to reverse their disease.
Guys, was this not what we were looking for? Step by step. First step, which is so important, you have to contact your doctor, because once you get on your path, you need to monitor the medicine that you're already on or the weight that you have already gained so that you can see your progress and make some adjustments so that you're not harming yourself, but you're hurting yourself. You need to always have a check-in, accountability partner, and that's your doctor. They can be your accountability partner. They get paid to do this. What? So just make sure you make your doctor's appointment. Let them know that this is what you're doing and that you will be checking back in with them so they can check your weight, check your sugar, make sure that if you're pre-diabetic, that's done, or wherever you at in your diabetic journey that is reversing. You're on the path back to your high place where you are happy, healthy, and well. How about that? Amen. So please check with your doctor, because that's going to be a routine thing that you do. You're going to repeat that over and over again. You're going to start your journey, start your plan, start your fasting schedule, your meal plan, because you're going to change the way you eat. And then you're going to get a little active, take a walk. Walks is not bad. Or if you're in a wheelchair, take a roll on down the street. We roll and walking together. And then you check back with your doctor in a week or two, however you want to do it. Get on a plan. And you can even start your plan or get a plan progressing conversation going with your doctor now. Just tell him what you're thinking about so he can help you put that together. Also, if you look into the description of this video, I also made tools to help you get on your plan. So if you want to use my tools, you can. I have a guide where it helps you to monitor your food and do daily exercise, and it's a 30-day guide. I am suggesting things that you can do in my guide. You do not have to do it verbatimly as I say it. You can tweak it, but it's a free guide that I created for you guys. It comes along with a ebook that just explains to you about how reversing diabetes work, the science that's out, and it gives success stories like Dr. Fung does. So we're all on one accord. You got to get in. You got to jump in, get in where you fit in. Let's go. This is your season. You don't have to stay on that medicine anymore. It's time to move on. All right. Thank you for watching this video, and check back for our glucose patch review. We should be doing that, or just to talk about it, if we don't do a whole review, because I don't have any patches, so I don't know if I can get them, but I'm gonna try. Thank you for watching. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.